Ira Epstein with your morning flash update for the Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, 2022, just getting on to 8:30 a.m. Central Time. So before we even get to the markets, let's take a look at the data. And on the data, the Challenger data for the planned layoffs, well, they're up a bit, about 3,000 jobs more. And if you look at jobless claims, they jumped. The market was looking for closer to 182,000. It got 200,000, yet the continuing claim slip. I find that a very confusing picture to try to figure out. The first quarter preliminary non-farm productivity came out down 7.5%, and the unit labor costs, well, they soared to 11.6. If you take a look, that's a pretty good gain over the 10.5%. We get the EIA energy report shortly. And the Bank of England, well, there's a battle going on there. They did raise their interest rates by a quarter point. It was not a unanimous vote. A number of the voting members were against that. They wanted to go to a 3/4 point hike. The bank is now signaling confusing messages as to how they look at the economy. Stagflation is a word that is coming up. Before we get too far in my talking about this, remember today at 12:15 I will open up the webinar. So it's a live webinar. You're invited to join. There's no more invites being sent out. If you didn't get one, just take your cursor right now, move it up here, click on the icon, fill out the form, and away you go. Number of you have written questions. I'll review the markets that you've given me, and we'll take it from there. It'll be a very fast-paced 20 minutes. So, in looking at the markets, I was fearful that yesterday's rally in stocks was overdoing it, and you could see you're getting your selling pressure. I understand gold and silver up. If you thought about it overnight, what the Fed's really doing is it's backing off, saying, hey, we don't have to, at least we're not thinking at this point, we have to be as aggressive as the market was pricing in. So the headwind to a degree comes off the gold because they're not going to be raising interest rates quite as much. And today, when you saw what the Bank of England said, you got the same picture. So gold gets a lift from the currency. You're going to argue that, and you should, saying, well, Ira, why are we up 80 points then in the dollar index? It's because gold's looking over the horizon of the immediate rise in the dollar, I think. On the energy market, you're at a point here where OPEC today came out and said that they're going to give you another round of barrels per day. I think it's 432,000 barrels a day more in June, and there was a short meeting. They didn't say much more than that. When you take a look at what's going on in the grains, again, I want to point out that we are behind on plantings. Weather has been atrocious, to say the least. A lot of rain, cold weather. It's supposed to warm up. Maybe the farmers can catch up at this point. It generally doesn't mean all that much to beans in the month of May, early May. It's later May that you get nervous about because that's when the plantings go in. Beans are, though, like a weed. They come back at you all the time. In the bonds and the notes, okay, the market is now digested, past tense, yesterday's dovishness by Fed Chair Powell and looking what's there. And you're getting a good break in the cotton. It's overdue. The market had been riding the upper Bollinger Band and backing off. So again, I hope to see you today. 12:15, I'll open up the chat room. Remember, just click up here, invite, fill out the form. You'll be sent the link, your password to get in. I'm Ira Epstein. Hope to see you there.